Turning to the Senate race here in Indiana, the Republican candidates are working to distinguish themselves before the primary. RTV6 State House reporter Katie Hines brings us the details from the first and only televised debate between Congressman Todd Young and Marlin Stutzman.
Republicans Todd Young and Marlin Stutzman took office in the United States House of Representatives within 2 months of each other. But much of their campaigns up until this point and tonight's debate have been centered around painting the other as a career or an establishment politician. Stutzman and Young greeted each other with a handshake ahead of the hour-long debate. Young introduced himself to voters with his service in the military. Stutzman described himself as a small business owner. Both men say they would repeal the Affordable Care Act. Both pro-life conservatives expressed a commitment to protecting the unborn. Stutzman says the U.S. should build a wall on the country's border with Mexico.
I believe that we have other issues just besides economic issues at the border as well. We have human trafficking problems. We have drug trafficking problems. And all of these are hitting our country in a dramatic way. And I believe that we have to know who is coming in and out of this country.
When asked if he agrees, Young did not answer directly.
It's going to take an amalgam of different factors. I learned from my time in the U.S. Marine Corps, but it is essential during a time of war that we continue to keep that southern border safe from terrorists coming in.
On the topic of the country's spending on defense, both point to conservative budgets. Stutzman says he'd make sure military spending is at its highest point. Young says he'd support additional funding for next-generation equipment. Both men are claiming victory in tonight's debate, but whose message resonates with voters remains to be seen on May 3rd. Katie Hines, RTV6.